Hello and welcome back to southern Sweden and to this big recording studio that we are building in this huge old Swedish cow barn. Thank you so much to all of the new subscribers and members since the last video. It's just great that you're also into this. Well, it's Saturday. It's been a bit of a strange week. It's been half term, so that definitely adds to the strangeness. So I've done quite a few different things this week, some more successful than others. I'll talk you through those in a minute. But another thing I thought I would do this week was actually show you around the whole place here, because it's not just this barn, there's 3 barns in total, and we're going to be doing lots of interesting things in the other barns as well, and they are kind of taking shape. Seeing as the studio is kind of nearly intact, I would say. I mean, it's probably never going to be finished. What does that mean anyway? But yeah, I think we're kind of getting close with this. So we are going to turn our attention now to the rest of the barns here, which we have already started, and they are already kind of, somewhere as well, but we haven't really done too much in them for a while. So please subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, I will try to put this video together in an interesting way so it flows, and yeah, let's see what happens. So one thing that was on the menu for this week was these fire exit signs. There's 2 in here, and there's 1 in here in the control room. Up there. There will be many more of these dotted around the place, but we are trying to get the studio signed off, and these are the ones we need to have installed in order to do that. So we got these ones set up. The problem was that this one needed to have the little wheelchair logo on it. Do you see that little wheelchair there? Yeah, there's a little wheelchair there. But the problem was that they didn't come, or you couldn't get a wheelchair version of the sign, and so I thought, well, I'll just make my own. This morning I printed out on this special, it's like transparent plastic film, a thing that I put together on the computer. That's what we need. I might trim it down a little bit smaller, but this is kind of sticky back transparent film. So the Mark 1 version of these is going to involve me sticking these onto some opaque perspex and seeing if that looks good, if that works. I think it might. So I guess the first thing I will do is cut the perspex now into squares, rectangles, the correct size for these stickers, and then I'll stick the stickers on. So hopefully the blade that's on the bandsaw, which is my very posh blade which Mark has got for me, is going to be okay cutting plastic. Hopefully it doesn't smash it all. Right, I'm going to cut some pieces of perspex. Let's do it. Okay, I think the difficult thing is going to be sticking these on without getting dust and stuff underneath them, especially in this place, which is very dusty. But I will do my best, see how it goes. There's a few air bubbles there which I can burst with the tip of a scalpel, but generally that's pretty good. Kind of happy with that. Slightly off center, maybe I can trim it down a little bit more. Yeah, I think with hindsight it would have been better to stick these on and then mark out the plastic. It would have been a bit more wasteful, but yeah, looks all right actually. Let's go and see how it looks with light shining through it from one of the fire exit signs, as they are. Compare it with the ones that came with the lights. They're much much clearer, much bolder. My ones look a bit kind of faded in comparison, but maybe it's okay. My other option is to cut out with a scalpel all the bits, all the white bits, and then I have some spray paint which I could try instead. I don't know, or I could just print twice. That's not going to line up super well. Let's see what Elsa thinks. Okay, Elsa thinks it's too faint. I mean, it's still pretty okay, but yeah, the ones that came with it are much greener. Okay, so plan B, we might end up on plan C in the end. Do we have a plan C? Anyway, plan B first is I did buy a can of RAL 6002 spray paint, which is leaf green. I did my research, and this colour is called leaf green. It's RAL 6002, and I have a can of it, and I'm wondering if I just cut out the little guy and the wheelchair and the arrow from this film, so I mask those bits off, and then I spray a couple of nice thin coats of paint. It will definitely make the green a bit darker. Will it be too dark? I'm going to try it. This is all an experiment. Otherwise we need to get some proper film in that colour. Yeah, let's see. Fucking shit. Okay, I gave it another coat, but still, it's never gonna look even. I mean, it looks kind of cool, I think. Shit, it's a mess. Oh my god, okay. Maybe I'll edit this bit out. This is... Sometimes I'm just really stupid. Okay, back to the drawing board. I'll take off the plastic anyway. Maybe it looks cool. But yeah, I think this is not going to work. Okay, plan C, which actually probably should have been plan B. I just ran I ran it through the printer again, and it's not quite as ultra crisp, but it did a pretty good job. So maybe now this is going to be green enough. So yeah, let's try and put this on. I might move into a different room because it's so messy and dusty in here. This is not a good room for doing clean stuff. I'll go in the other room. I'm going to wet this, it'll make it a lot easier. Okay, not perfect, but not too bad. It certainly looks a lot greener. Not good. Water buggers the ink. Okay, so this is take 3. Another failure, but the green does look good. I'm going to go and test to see if this is green enough. If this is green enough, then I'll do it again, and I'll do it a bit more carefully without water. That looks pretty good. That looks great. It's slightly lighter than that one, but I think that's totally acceptable. Okay, take 4, this time without water. Okay, I think that'll do. If anyone out there knows a better way to do this, to make it look a bit more like this, like beautiful, crisp, no air bubbles. Yeah, anyway, it's fine. So what else is there to do in here? Well, one of the big things we have to do is build a spiral staircase there, out of metal, and do some railings across, because I've got 18 cinema chairs from the local cinema in the village here. So yeah, that's the next big thing I suppose we need to do in here. We still need to put on the ventilation, what's it called, distribution muffler thing, which is going to go there. I need to put in smoke alarms up on the ceiling somehow. I need to do lighting somehow on the ceiling. So I think I'm probably going to have to rent the skylift again and bring it in through that door, and then I'll be able to get up there in the ceiling and do a load of wiring. Yes. The doors, yeah, the doors need painting. That'll be soon. Oh, that's another thing I did this week. I finished off this bench. Yeah. So that is all the benches done in here now. This corner here is going to have a big cupboard workbench storage thing. So I will do that at some point in the not too distant future. The control room, well, yeah, there's still loads to do in here as well. I've got to build a big rack unit over there, some shelves on the wall for some synths and stuff. That's that. I've got to build more rack units for here, for all of this stuff, and a desk kind of thing for the middle. Yeah, still loads and loads to do in here. The booth is pretty much structurally done. There's a bit more to do on the ceiling. The more I look at these ceiling panels, I kind of wish that they were made out of some nicer wood, so I might actually make these out of oak at some point. Still got to make that mic box for the wall. There's loads of stuff. Right, so out here is the lab, and this is going to be basically like the co-working space in here. Hopefully we can attract some local genii to come and base themselves here and become part of a community of of makers and like creators, and maybe sometimes together we build cool stuff, do commissions for people, design products, that sort of stuff. So that's what this space is going to be. To get this space kind of finished, we need to build another spiral staircase here out of metal, which me and Ferdy are going to do hopefully pretty soon. That mezzanine up there needs a railing. We need to extend the floor out a little bit. That all needs doing. Wiring. We need to do all the wiring in here. Lighting, smoke alarms, burglar alarm. The door needs proper handles, putting on it. We need to do railings here for this staircase. And for this mezzanine up here. So yeah, metal railings all the way around here and there. The snooker table, which I built up here like what, 2.5, 3 years ago. This needs to move over there somehow. So we're going to have to take this to pieces. Thinking about re-felting it with pink cloth. What do you reckon? I think it could be really cool. So the top floor in the middle barn here is going to be a kind of photo studio, event space, film screening room, yoga studio, that kind of thing. So once we've moved this snooker table, then I can do the floor in here, which is pretty much the last thing in this room. There's still some wiring to do and lighting, but we have flooring there waiting to go down, which is going to be the same flooring as we have in here in this room. So this, at the moment, as well as being a kind of makeshift cinema, is going to be a kind of sitting room, hi-fi room, library kind of thing, with the beautiful roof terrace which we built a few years ago, which looks out onto the garden. So this is also pretty much done. The wiring is done. We just need to put the sockets on the walls. Need to do some trim around the doors here. Yeah, lighting, mop the floor. Yeah, I mean it's pretty much there. So now we are going into the third barn. This up here is going to be another bedroom, like a kind of dormitory room. So if the guest house is booked out, but we have a band that wants to come and record, then they can stay up here. So bathroom here, big bedroom there. Yeah, and that bit at the end, this concrete mezzanine, that's one of the next things we're going to do. We're actually going to take that out. We're going to break it up and take it out, and we're going to take away all of these metal joists here. We need to put in rafter ties across to strengthen the roof, but I think this will be totally incredible space. Without all this stuff, I think it's going to be really beautiful. I'll take you downstairs. So it's kind of set up like a photo shoot at the moment. Elsa was in here taking photos. But this is going to be the cafe, kind of restaurant in this place. So yeah, I just think if we take away this roof stuff here, it's going to be so beautiful and open. And then we don't need to build another spiral staircase to get up there. And yeah. Through this door, is the courtyard where we're going to have our summer concerts and seminars and that kind of thing, which looks out across the field. Very beautiful. This basically just needs clearing up. There's still a lot of junk out here, so we need to clear this up, but it's all painted. That window there, this needs to be rendered, yeah, before it gets too cold. This is the window from the studio where all the members' names are written. So yeah, we need to render this before it starts freezing. Okay, good job I remembered that. Okay, going back in now. Heading back through. Okay, this is the water room as it's known. This just needs painting, really. Painting. We need to build a toilet here. This is going to be where the toilet is for the restaurant. It's going to be in this corner. So there'll be a toilet cubicle there. Yeah, still a lot of work actually in here. But structurally it's there, and the wiring is done. And the plumbing is basically done. So yeah, we can get this looking pretty good, I'd say, in the next month or so. There's going to be a window going there, which is currently just sitting here. So those double doors will become a window, and then we will get in through this door here. If I spin round here, the big news this week is that Ferdy is back. Hey man. Yeah, Ferdy's sharpening some chisels here. So this is something else that I did this week and then kind of paused, is these shelves, which was always the plan in this room, was to basically divide this end of the room off from the rest of the workshop, because this is going to be the ceramics workshop. And yeah, I was just thinking about like dust and stuff. We don't really want sawdust getting into the ceramics area, and yeah, it would be good if this was somewhat separate. There'll still be an opening in the middle that you can walk through. We'll see how it goes. If in the end we need to put some kind of curtain there to really block it off, then we can, or even like a door of some description. But I thought it would be kind of nice to have these shelves as the divider, and then on this side they'll be kind of wider on this side, but on this side it can be used for drying ceramic objects that you make, and on the other side it can be like storage for the workshop. So I spent a couple of days basically processing all of this old wood which used to be in the live room, and thinking that I could just use up all of this old crap and I could turn it into nice shelves. And it does look good, but the wood generally is not great quality, and I even stained it all black, and it does look cool, but I just have a feeling that this is going to look really crap pretty quickly, because especially on the ceramics side it's going to get dirty. And yeah, so I paused, and my plan now is I'm going to weld all this out of metal. I'm going to get some metal this week, maybe this week, and I'm going to weld this up, and it will look amazing and Bauhausy. And the shelves we're going to make out of oak. Going to get some more oak from the sawmill and do oak shelves, and I think it will just look really primo. What else in here? The workshop's actually working pretty good, like the dust extraction. This is what I did at the beginning of the week, and I made a little short about it. But this was one of the big problems in here, was dust flying out of the back of the blade when we cut. And so I just took this, like it's the top of an old oil can, and I attached it to a microphone, like angle poise microphone stand, and it's really like fantastic. It just goes exactly wherever you want it to go. And I did finally install the little adapter that I made a couple of weeks ago on the 3D printer, so that's working well as well. So yeah, we're now at the stage where the controls for the dust extraction are here next to the miter saw. So if you use the miter saw, then you can switch on the extractor really easily. I do have some little micro switches which I'm intending to use to build new blast gates for each machine, so that when you open the blast gate it turns on the dust extractor. That's my ultimate dream. So one day that's what I'll do. Okay, what else? I mean, I think that's kind of the plan for the next couple of months. Get the studio signed off, try and earn some money by recording people once the studio is signed off, and then do lots and lots of metal work. 2 spiral staircases, lots of handrails, take out that mezzanine thing in the kitchen, put in rafter ties in the kitchen, make it all look good, clean everything up, and then maybe we will be somewhere. Okay. Yeah, not entirely sure what I'm going to do next week right now, but I think it's going to be welding those shelves in the workshop for sure, and a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, Ferdy's back. The dream team is back together. So yeah, anything's possible now. All right, thanks for watching to the end. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Look after each other, and I'll see you next time. Lots of love. Goodbye.